Good evening, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to this pregame show, Bermuda versus Curacao at the Philadelphia Southfield Stadium at the National Sports Center. I'm your host, Earl Baston. Joining me are co-hosts Andrew Griffith and Garrett Punchy Dill. Well, gentlemen, Bermuda go into this game, no points on the board. Strangely enough, we've played Curacao 2 times prior to this. We beat them 4-0 on July 11th, 1978, and then we lost to them September 9th, 2025, 3-2. But this one here is going to be a tall order as Curacao. We know Curacao are looking to finish on top of the group. They battle Jamaica when we finish this match, and we're currently the first and second. So what do you? Griffin, let me ask you, what are you expecting to see from Curacao in this match tonight?
And speaking to the few people that are here before the game, I think it seems to be almost unanimous. Bermuda's at the stage now where some of the senior players are bowing out. Some of our pros didn't come back. We're looking forward to the future. We may try to play some younger players that haven't played. So we're in the basically wind down phase. Curacao have everything to play for. So I think they're coming here trying to show up the goal difference. So I think they will be trying to ram the ball on our throats, and they will go for blood. So I'm hoping Bermuda can stay in it, but I expect that they'll be much stronger than us. They were slightly stronger than us last time, and we're feeling a weaker team. So I don't want to be negative, but I expect carnage. I hope we get something out of it, but that's what I think. Punchy.
Yeah. Well, this is in terms of what's at stake for Curacao and for us. Let's speak about us. Also, I think the pride is most important here tonight. I think really what's most important, and Leo can determine this game of tonight can determine what Curaçao's fate, if I can put it if I can speak on that behalf. But again, it's about us having some integrity tonight for the national program, and really showing up tonight. I know there's going to be some changes, like Griff said, especially some of the players that haven't come back from abroad to play. But there's a good chance for now the national other players, homegrown players, to play tonight and show what they're capable of at this level. Now we're going to talk about Curacao, and they have everything to play for tonight. I can imagine what's been said in the changing room tonight. It's really about why it's the significance of this game for them, and this could put them on the top of the. I think, especially with goal average, it could put them on top of the group, right? So stakes are high for them, but it's also, again, going to repeat myself, the stakes are high for us in terms of our integrity, and this game is going to be shown live again tonight, and so we have to really show up tonight and represent this country, have a good represent ourselves well tonight, Earl.
Yeah.
Earl, what time does the Trinidad Jamaica game start? The same time as ours, or is it different?
Exact same time as ours.
Exact same time. I'm pretty sure they'll be getting these scores relayed to them.
Both teams.
Yeah.
I'm pretty sure somebody close to the bench for Curacao will be tuning in to the other game because they can't have technology on the bench. I believe you can't have phones and stuff on the bench. So somebody will be relaying the scores as they go on in Trinidad and vice versa over in Trinidad, Jamaica. We'll have somebody.
That's interesting. You say that you can't have technology on the bench.
You're not supposed to, as far as I know. You're not supposed to.
Is that for gambling reasons, or is there some other reason?
It's a FIFA ruling.
Well, I'm saying all rules have some sort of basis.
Well, because you're not supposed to have any outside influence.
Well, what that mean? Like, what, you're gonna look up something on your iPhone that gives you an advantage?
So hypothetically, when the coach gets sent off, right, and he gets sent to the stands, he or she should not be in communication with anybody on the bench.
Hey, if you get 3 texts during the second half that help you, hey, more power to you if the coach is that good.
But That's the
Yeah, I know.
ruling.
That's a good point to talk about coaching. The coach of
Curacao.
Curacao tonight.
Uh-huh.
You know his status.
Yeah.
Um, his background. Yes.
Mhm.
So I'm sure that's also what when I first found out that that's who's coaching the Curacao national team. Wow.
Mhm.
Just on So again, what's most disappointing is I wouldn't say most disappointing is because Griff and I discussed this earlier about the attendance, and even though we're at the bottom, we haven't won the
Uh-huh.
games. I would have, this to show real spirit for this country,
Uh-huh.
um, and come out and watch it. And so many people I've talked to, in the streets, I said, "You coming to the game on Thursday night? You going to the game?" No, first of all, they were talking about, "Well, we haven't heard much about it."
Right.
Um, right, so it's not been so advertised as well. That's we haven't heard much about it. But even so, um, I would it would have been really good if the Bermuda public would have come out tonight. And I said,
Mhm.
well, we still got time to go.
Right.
But
Right now, these stands are pretty
a
small.
pretty smart, yeah.
I
know?
Yeah.
believe about 10% full.
So, what does it mean when you have nothing to play for? When you have, I won't say you're nothing. So you play for pride. And
Mhm.
now he's going to be, like I said, introducing Bermuda players
Yes.
tonight. Right. So it's going to be a challenge. It's definitely going to be a challenge for him.
Mhm.
I won't call it like being thrown in at the deep end. But maybe is this a start, a rebirth of the national program tonight? Or who's next and then we also asked about he talking about the national coach and Finley's position
Mhm.
and his results. And so they haven't been very favorable.
Right.
So that's also a time right now. They haven't from the public that I've talked to, the Bermuda public, they haven't been very favorable. So Mike,
So that's
national
it.
coach.
What would be a favorable result?
Well, I just think that a favorable result for Bermuda would be actually to win, of course, and show and just show what we're really made of. But you know what? I'll take a draw also.
Mm.
Would be good. A draw. Yeah.
Get on the board. Get on the board with a point. Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Even if
Yeah.
it's just a draw.
Mhm. Well, we know tonight will be an emotional night with Reggie Lamb playing
Yeah.
his final home international match. I had a chance to speak with him earlier today, and one of the things I asked him was about, um, his most memorable matches that he's played thus far, and this was his response.
So immediately I look back at the Panama away game. I think when we played Panama at home, they beat us 4-1, I believe. And then to go away to Panama and have everyone just basically lock in to get a 2-0 victory, I think that was amazing, especially my performance in that game. And the other standout one for me, I want to say, is the coming off the bench on the Cuba game. That also takes a lot of resilience and preparation to make sure that you're ready when called upon to come on the pitch. So I think that is a good lesson that any young players can sort of take into their career. And if you're not starting, you still got to be focused and remain focused for if and when you get called to play, and you got to deliver.
Yeah, so he gives a good account of two matches that stand out for him, that he had a good influence on, and he also gives advice, because we know a lot of players, when they're not playing or they're not starting, have a kind of attitude sitting on the bench. Did you guys hear what Reggie had to say?
Yeah.
Yeah, we heard
Oh,
it. Yeah.
okay. So give us your thoughts, Punchy, on when players are not starting and think they should be starting, and the attitude sometimes, the body language we see sometimes. Is that a concern?
You can really see the professionalism in him. I mean, his time as being a professional player overseas, and he took it in stride. which is so remarkable. There was no ifs and buts. He just, he spoke like a truly professional. And that he says to be called upon. And what's most important also, I'm glad about his time with the national team, because he's seen many changes. He's also one of the elders in that team now. So, giving advice to players, and which has probably been very, very helpful. But again, when you come this far and playing at such a high level, which he has played at, and such important games for clubs where he's played over in England, I think his answer was very spot on in terms of how it is. The realization that, okay, I'm on the bench. Okay, I'm just make sure that when I do come on, I represent myself and the country well.
Yeah,
So,
definitely.
Earl, if I could go back
Yes.
to your question, the question you asked about players that are not started, I have
Uh-huh.
seen that in the 2 games in Bermuda. Some players, because we're here for the warm ups and we see everybody doing everything, and you talk to so many players, they come off, and if you've gotten comments, you can see the attitude of some players that are not starting,
Mhm.
that are annoyed or agitated or angry. But I think that happens in every single team in every country all over the
Yes.
world.
Yes.
But it's how the coach and the players themselves manage it. So sometimes you channel that energy and manage your time. You come on and you're like a Tasmanian devil, or you're more up to prove yourself. Or other times it
Mhm.
can be a cancer and it drags down everybody else. So
Yes.
I think it's
Yes.
only the team and that individual player knows how, like, what their attitude does for the team. So looking from the outside, it's hard to tell.
Yes. Well, we're going to be joined by Dr. Ty Douglas. Ty,
My
welcome.
brother. Good night. Good night. How
Hey.
you doing?
How are you tonight?
Hey, I'm blessed. I'm grateful. Enjoying the beautiful night here. Tonight I took up a little different vantage point from the beginning. I'm in the stands, the center of the people. You know what I mean? Folks are eating their dinner. People are enjoying the music. I'm actually sitting with my father-in-law here. Louis
Okay.
Thomas, the great carpenter. I had to bring a man of God out tonight. Great elder. You know what I mean? You know what I mean? To come out and support our country. So
Gotta
we're
pray for
excited. Come on,
Punchy.
people. We're here and excited to be able to support our country. We've got a couple other people I want to introduce you over to when you got a second.
Okay. All right. What we'll do is we'll come back to you. Just come back to you when you are you ready?
I've got one young man I want to introduce you. Give me your name one more time, sir. Tamai. So I want to introduce you to the great Tamai. So during our my visit here for the games, we visited a number of schools. So today I was at, don't go, Jamal, I want to make sure we tell the people you're here too. We were at Whitney. I was at, where was it? Cedar Bridge and Francis Patton. This young man, he said, Tamai, the great Tamai, wave to the people, wave to the country, man. Say what's up. You know, 6'7"? Are you too old for that? You too old for 6'7"? So we got Tamai. And we got one more fan for you. If I can just slide past you, I'm sorry. That's good. I want to get one more fan. We got believers out here. We got folks who are not just focused on 2026 World Cup, but 2030 World Cup, 2034 World Cup. The great Jamal Salam. Talk to me, sign and stats. Talk to the people. Let them know how you feel in the stadium tonight.
Oh, I'm always feeling an optimist. One thing about coming to a Bermuda game, you have to just don't come with many expectations. You know what I mean?
Oh yeah.
Just come to enjoy
Just
it.
come to enjoy it.
Yeah, so when we score,
Celebrate and enjoy it.
celebrating that.
Okay.
That's what took on.
Listen, man, we appreciate you, parents, the parent of Salih Salam. I'm sure he'll be playing in the World Cup team in the future. So anyway, it's a nice vibe. Filling up nicely over here, gentlemen. Filling up nicely. Folks are enjoying the evening. It's not too late to come out from Bermuda and enjoy your night. 8 p.m. here. What time is it? All right, about 55 minutes to kick off. Come get in this space. Come feel the experience. It's a beautiful night to be here at National Stadium.
Yes, sir. Well, we'll come back to you. We'll come back to you later on to get an update on the crowd itself. How's that?
Sounds good.
Okay. All right. Well. Back to you guys. We had. I also had the opportunity to speak to Reggie about one of our bigger moments, and that was during that Gold Cup run, if you can recall. And he had this to say about the Gold Cup itself.
We had to show that we can, compete against the better nations in our region. Really gave the the whole country some confidence football wise, because now I think we're moving forward, and I feel like we believe that any team that either comes to Bermuda or we go away, we can compete with and we can get results. So I think just taking that sort of confidence into these last two games and making sure that we as Bermuda do what we always do. We always get some points on the board. We always score goals. So we just need to make sure we take that into tonight's game and next week's game and make sure that we come away with something to be proud of.
Yeah, well, him talking about that team, that Gold Cup team, that team was kind of really special, well put together. Everybody understood their job. Obviously, it was a big test for us, but a lot of people talk about, Reggie being, as Punchy said, an elder statesman in this team. Just that experience. Do you guys remember that there's games, that there's Gold Cup games, that how close we came? We even ended up winning one. So, we look like we're down and out in this World Cup campaign, but that night in New Jersey was something special. Wouldn't you say, Griff?
Yeah, most definitely. I went to the first one in Costa Rica, and
Yes.
that was it was amazing just going to the stadium with the other Bermudians, and just everybody had the flags going, the horns. It was a nice, good feeling, because even being there, you wonder, will this ever happen again? In my lifetime, I'm getting old now. Will this happen again? Can I ever go to a Gold Cup to see Bermuda play? So we had to appreciate it being in the moment for what it was. It was a big thing.
Mm-hmm. Punchy, that game that we won in New Jersey in that Gold Cup, a lot of people had given up hope that Bermuda would win a game in that, but on that night was really, really special. Do you recall that night?
I don't really recall it, Earl. But even in itself, the achievement of that victory or that achievement was, it's just unique for this country. I think when we talk about the games that have been so successful in this region, and Reggie did speak about that, being representing ourselves in this region, that was a vital, it was a vital game. It was good, it was good for morale for the country, but still in itself, again, I always say this too about where do we go from here, and that is just one part of it that has to be discussed about where do we go and the direction that the national program is going in. And so when you have that milestone, you win that game, and then you look to say, well, look where we are now. Did we learn from that? Did we learn from that? I think we have, but there's still quite a bit of ways to go for this country in terms of success in this region, continuous success. And that's something that must be addressed.
Yeah. Well, the Bermuda team has been released, and let me give you the starting lineup for Bermuda. Dale Eve in goal, Lejon Simmons, Harry Twite, Dante Levrock, Logan Jimenez. He will start in his first international match. And we have
Really being left back?
Right,
left back?
right back. LeJohn's playing left back. So we have Unday Todd, Keziah Martin, Jair Parfit, Reggie Lamb, Zico Lewis, and Enrique Russell up front. So that's the starting 11. A bit of experience, right down the middle where you have Dale, Dante, Reggie playing straight down the middle. You have the talented Zico Lewis on the right side with Jair Parfit. And of course, Enrique Russell gets an opportunity to show what he's able to do internationally. We know what he's capable of doing domestically, and we're looking for big things from him. Not just, come tonight and into the future, because he has a lot to offer. And if he gets the opportunity, I believe he will show the island what he's capable of doing. And for a young man like Logan, who had that dual He could have played in Scotland, he could have played for Bermuda, and he's chosen Bermuda. He will get a start, at right back, and he played in the under-17 World Cup qualifiers when they were in Bermuda, I believe last year. But because he hadn't played a senior match, it was still optional whether or not he could play either way. But when he makes his debut tonight, then he becomes a full Bermuda international. So you hearing his name, he's knocking on the door of the first team for Hibs over in Scotland. So Griff, what are you looking for from this young man?
Oh, I'm excited that he's playing. That's like one of the reasons to be here, because I've heard about how he's played, and I looked at some video today, and he seems like he could be pretty decent. So, but it'll be good to see him on home soil and see how he does against Curacao. So, like that, I think that's an added treat, because I thought what would happen is we would play the regular game, and maybe we might get to see him in the last 15, 20 minutes in the second half. But so we get a much more prolonged look at what he can do.
Mm. And Punchy, you've watched young Enrique Russell from PHC for quite some time. What's your thoughts on him and how he can actually galvanize his international career with a start tonight?
Good question. That's a very good question. I think, I'm watching him over the years playing for PHC, and his technique is, first of all, he has very good technique. He's running off the ball. He doesn't give the ball up easy. He plays well with his back towards the goal, and some of the goals that he scores, in local soccer are just some great, and rather it's individual. I've seen him score some very individual goals. That's number one. But getting back to your original about him, this is significant playing tonight, reviving his international career. This would be a good opportunity for him. My problem with that, not even the problem, would be the service.
Yes.
The service, which is what we need to know. He's got more speed. He's got more. First of all, in terms of his athleticism, he's very quick, right? Quicker than, of course, McKee, but not as his in terms of knowledge about the game and playing at this level. But I just a wonderful opportunity for him. And again, it would in terms of where he's going after this, will he be going overseas again to try playing overseas again, which would be great. But I think again,
he's got the stage for it. He's got the stage that
Yes.
if somebody's watching,
Yeah.
and that's for all these players.
That's right.
Somebody's always watching and looking, because I know there will probably be a lot of people watching to see what Curacao do, but it's an opportunity for a Bermuda player to be picked out of that bunch and say, hey, we might be able to give this guy an opportunity, via Cole, via whatever.
That's right. And now, again, getting back to it being shown live on the Caribbean station, there's quite a bit of people, whether it's Bermudians and also people from Curacao, even people from Jamaica, Trinidad, have been keep watching this game tonight. So again, it's a good stage for Enrique to show up tonight and show quality tonight again.
Players are coming on the field.
Yes.
Yeah, getting ready to warm up. They're a tad bit late, but they'll get their warm up in. There'll be a lot of jitters because we have a host of new players in the national team, especially guys sitting on the bench. They will be hopefully tuned in to what's going on the field. So if they do get that call to warm up and come on, that they can show why they've been selected into the national team. On the bench for Bermuda tonight, we have Detre Bell, Jace Donowa, Roger Lee, Rozier Smith-Jones, Donovan Thompson, Brighton Morrison, Dublin, Blankendow, Cook, Fubler, Robinson, and Tucker. A lot of youngsters on the bench. So coming off the bench tonight, we will see some of these guys getting their first opportunity to really show Bermuda why they've been selected. It's not why they haven't started; it'd be why they've been selected, because obviously only 11 could start.
So I'm hoping we also get a look at Donovan Thompson, because I'll be interested to see how he does. And I think there was an interview that you did with him this week. One of the things
No.
that he said stood out for me was that said it's different training with Crossroads than with the national team, because everybody's quality.
Yeah.
And I think that by extension shows you what difference it makes when you're playing a professional setting. Because there would then be also different training in a professional setting where nobody is like lesser there. You're
Right.
playing with all top-notch players, which drives you to be better. So the
Mhm.
same way where he's saying that he's coming into the national team training where everybody's good, it makes him feel like he's raising his game.
Yeah.
And
Yeah.
well, and that's just even speaking about Donovan, and that's what's so important about these homegrown players that are still playing, not homegrown, the players that are playing at club level in Bermuda, and showing the worth, what the quality is here. Because let's say, for instance, you're in Nathan Trott, who's now with Cardiff City. The people always ask me why he's not playing for the national football. But I'm sure that he'll probably have the TV on tonight watching this game. Also, like the Kid Brown and many footballers that are living overseas, rather the college players, they'll be watching tonight. And I think in terms of where the program is going, again, it's so many players overseas. So this is probably be the rebirth, even though it look like we're dawning out now, but it could probably be the rebirth of the national program. And starting and like again, having picking players, the guy that plays in Scotland that we're talking about. It's gonna be So we're just adding one person, one piece. Then is someone else gonna come in, and and then it's really is a start of every time I heard after we lose, well, same old, same old. But when you're looking at a country this size and everybody, that's been a discussion also. And what I heard a lot about there's no hope because we just at this size. I don't really believe that. I believe that it will come a time, and this is one, it will come a time that after all these results, the results that haven't gone away, we're still rebuilding this country's national program. And they've already players playing where they are. And I think it's like the other night, a couple of nights ago, you had it on your sports program, a young Bermudian playing in North Carolina.
Yes.
I didn't get his name, and I saw the little video that you had of him, and I was like, wow, another talent.
That's Orly Ming's son.
Yeah, another talent.
Shaquille Ming. Yeah.
Oh.
Well, he was in the squad before, but because they're in the playoffs, he had to stay with the school. Yeah. So and you also have Terrence Armstrong's son playing in
NCAA.
Yeah. They're in the semifinals, Division I semifinals. So when you start looking at that, that's promising. That's two guys that could come into the squad once they're finished their studies, and if they'll probably be looking to get drafted in the MLS or a league in the US, or not try the luck in the UK. But they're making names for themselves right now in the US, just like Zico Lewis did, and he got picked up by New York in his final year, finishing school. So the opportunities are there. So if we can get more guys playing at the, like you said, in the international level, it kind of makes our national team that much stronger. But it takes time, and I keep saying, don't measure the team, don't measure the squad on what they do this time. Can we get back to this in 4 years' time? That's the level that we have to be looking at. That's what we have to be, because we have to be constantly getting to this level in order to get past it. We can't just go once and then we miss out 3 or 4 times and then we get there again. So we're starting all over. So the program needs to build on this and then try to get to the World Cup after 2 or 3 attempts. It's just, we have to be consistent, getting out of the group stage, getting to this stage of one, what is it, 3 wins away from, or 5 wins away from getting to the World Cup. This is the stage we want to be on in 4 years' time. trying to qualify for the World Cup. We don't want to be out in the first round. That's the success of the program right there. Your thoughts, Griff?
So I agree, but it's always continuously evolving.
Yes.
That's why we have the National Academy.
Uh-huh.
So you're looking at the under 13s, under 15s, under 17s. It's always constantly evolving as you move players along, and hopefully you get, because we're small, we need like some special batch of 20 players that can do something big. Because
Yeah.
chances are we're always going to have 2 or 3, but 2 or 3 players is not enough to carry a team. You need that one special batch that's going, like the stars are going to line up and do something like wonderful.
Yeah.
Well, Earl, I was just watching the game on TV. I think it was on Tuesday night, the under 17 World Cup that's been in Qatar.
Oh,
And the
yes.
United States were playing. Yeah.
Mhm.
And they were playing against Uganda. No, the United States were playing against Czechoslovakia.
Okay.
Uganda had actually beaten France.
Oh, wow.
Oh yeah, they beat France. Yeah, 1-0. And what footballers? But the point that I'm making is when they started listing the under 17 players for United States and were playing was like, wow, the majority of them are playing in MLS. Yes, MLS teams.
Mhm.
And I'm talking about quality. And you're talking about 10 years ago, you wouldn't heard that the United States would be beating Czechoslovakia at that
Right.
level,
Right.
and they look comfortable. So we're also talking about the growth and how long has it taken them to get there. And
Mhm.
of course, a much larger nation.
Yes.
But there are some things we can learn from them,
Mhm.
especially about what they've done, who they've recruited to coach at different levels,
Mhm.
and just see where we're going. We just have to learn, and we have
Yeah.
to keep on learning. Because again, we're getting back to the amount of players that are overseas and who are playing. Whether, like I said, going back to whether it's in England,
Mhm.
they're playing in Scotland. There are players playing in the NCAA at the highest level.
Mhm.
So again, we just have to keep, just keep in the right direction, making
Yes.
sure that whoever is showing up at overseas and they're doing well, let's get them. Let's talk to them. Let's see that we can have more international friendlies here,
Mhm.
which we used to do years ago. I don't know why it stopped, especially over the holiday time. Yeah, that used to be a big thing here.
Yeah, now we got so many games going on.
Yeah.
Having practice matches is kind of it's hard. But
The windows are smaller.
I see what you're saying because I've even said over the years that the league that Connor is coaching in, and we've seen the talent that he's brought to Bermuda, some of our players should strive to get into the USL League, USL 2. That level there will then elevate you, to another level. It's just we have to stop looking down on certain leagues and get guys in those leagues so they actually improve themselves and it's still professional. I mean, look at Connor's in the finals yet again, and we saw the team that he brought to Bermuda last year, and now we see the team is getting ready to play in the championship, and that's the team he brought again. So it's opportunities there for Bermuda players. We just have to stop. We just have to look at these leagues as a stepping stone.
So I reached out to you guys earlier this week. I saw something interesting, and it hit me back a little bit. So on Tuesday, when it was torrential downpour, I saw Curacao staying at Cocoa Reef.
Yes.
They're not at the Lurin or Hamilton Princess. They're at a smaller hotel, which I presume is a cost saving measure, and like they make it work for them.
Right.
Like that's more like us. So as a lesson to us. And then I think because of the torrential downpour, they might have missed the slot for National Stadium. What did they do? They said, "Oh yeah, hell with that." It rain stopped. They went on Bermuda College's field and they had a full training session there. So I was like, wow, these guys they make it work, whatever they're doing.
Yeah. Well, that's when you start seeing that. Excuse me. And when you start seeing that, that's what makes it a big difference. making sure you can get what you have to get done through at the time that you can.
Yeah, that's very true. Very true.
Yeah,
I remember when we had our training sessions in Dominican Republic. You know, the field we had to train on. Wow. I can remember that when the under 17 Pan American Games started in Dominican Republic. I was 17 years old. And Alan Jones was coaching us at the time. But we had to
right.
make junior ball that we trained in. You
Yeah,
know, yeah, we were in a pitch in Cuba, we were over there training. And, you know, it was like, oh, the balls, anything that was kicked up, you know, right after anything was kicked, we had to give them back the ball. So, you know what I'm saying? It's like you have to make do. But, you know, what Rick brought to our attention again, brothers don't so much soon as the game soon. What it means to Curacao now?
yeah,
What does it mean to the nation? And what you know, it's just they're that close to making it to the World Cup. So it's a big game for us tonight in terms of representing ourselves well.
yeah,
That's most important. Most
definitely.
important.
So if whoever's going to win the group's going to win the group, but one of the remaining teams could possibly be one of the second place teams that has to go in that playoff. And like whoever it is, like I think I'll end up cheering for. I want to see like what they do
Mhm.
in that playoff. If we get
Right.
another CONCACAF team in the World Cup, like that would be a big thing.
Yeah, definitely. Well, we're going to be joined again by Dr. Ty Douglas. Ty, you come out of these stands.
Yes, listen, gentlemen, I am here not just with football royalty, you know, Shara Bow. I call her Shara B. She was a baller at Bermuda Institute, one of our best female ballers of all time. But also, you need to know one of our newest authors. What's the title of your book? Come on, let's celebrate it in the chat. Make some noise. All the people. Come on.
On the Brink of Insanity.
New
It's a
book,
memoir.
a memoir entitled On the Brink of Insanity. She's here supporting our country, but also we want to celebrate her book because, again, Burn Me Love and all that we do is bigger than just what we see on the field. She's a scholar as well as an athlete, and also our brothers in the team. How you feeling tonight? What's the vibe? What are you seeing in the building?
I feel good. I feel good. I love that, you know, we come out, we show up, support, you know, our fellow Bermudians. And I hope they got the win tonight.
Yep. Well, we appreciate
I mean-
She's got a book signing tomorrow as well from 11 to 2 at Brown & Co. So I just want to put a little plug in. Again, this is the intersection, the power of sport. We get to connect with people at the nexus of their genius. So I just want to shout out. I have to be a former English teacher. This is one of my former students. I'm a little.
Hey, Ty.
I'm just you know, I'm a little. I'm
Hey,
in my
Ty.
feels. You know what I mean?
Ty.
I'm like the kids, 6'7" or whatever they do. Be here. I'm proud of you.
Tell
All right, look, real fast. Also, guys,
hold on
we
one
are
sec.
here at
one
the
sec,
booth
Ty.
here, the Marco Warren Genesis booth. Can you read to the people this island stats? We got our people. We are excited. Come on, talk to the people, Charles. Tell them what we're doing.
We are launching Marco's boots. We have the AstroTurfs. We have them in pink and blue, and then we have his boots. And if you did pre-orders are supposed to be here before Christmas. So thank you guys for supporting and loving on our brother.
Can you show us some of the country? Look inside. Can you show us inside the booth? We got a flag inside the
We have
booth.
the Bermuda flag,
Come
and then
on.
you see the ripples of the water.
Come on.
And then you'll see the back represents the triangle.
Come on.
Details.
Details.
Detail oriented.
Yeah. So this at the island right here, I believe we may be the first country to have our own boot, right, Charles? Right? Do you want to share anything as well? Okay. But we want to just make sure the people know that this is a comprehensive experience tonight. At halftime tonight, there's going to be a special PA read to acknowledge the boots, the Genesis boot created by Marco Warren, another alumnus, by the way, of Bermuda Institute, as is Shara Bow. I want to just put that out there, another former student. But just so powerful to see our people turn pain into purpose, to help to finish what Marco has started. And I believe that's what we're going to experience tonight on the field as our team finishes and continues. Burn Me Love continues and finishes this campaign, but into 2020, into 2030, 2034, 2038, 2042, 2046, 2050. We're going to make a World Cup, Bermuda, and it starts and continues here tonight with how we show up and continue to support. So well done to the Warren, Russell family, Ms. Hollis, and everybody. We appreciate you. We celebrate you. And we're grateful to have this acknowledgement that's going to take place at halftime.
All right. Well,
And the Bean family as well. Randy
yes,
Warren's here.
indeed.
Just wave to the people, Wendy. Just wave to the group. All right,
All
that's what we
right.
got, gentlemen.
Okay.
Enough.
All righty. Thank you for joining.
Yeah, I wonder, Earl, you
Yes.
mentioned it would be great, I mean, God bless him. May he rest in peace,
Yes,
Mention him
yes.
playing tonight.
It-
'Cause,
it-
he
it-
I think he would have well been slotted in tonight.
Oh, definitely. I think
Definitely.
we're gonna miss a lot of what he was able to bring to PHC in a national program.
That's
Imagine just that spirit and that ability to control so many things on the field. Small but mighty. And again, as you said, rest in peace. I know he's probably looking down, smiling that his very good friend Enrique will get a start tonight. And those two were really, really close. So hopefully Enrique gets to shine tonight for his friend, in the Bermuda colors. I'm pretty sure Enrique is probably chomping at the bit to get those boots, to score in those boots, and a lot of people, and they put a lot of work in making sure that these boots did come to reality. As Marco finished the boot off just prior to him passing away, so I know the family has been really working hard to make sure that the boots become reality. So tonight at halftime, the folks in the stands will get an opportunity to hear that message, which is a good thing. So let me ask: the team is going off the field now?
No, well, still on the field.
Oh,
And,
okay.
Yeah, and adding to that, actually Enrique's situation, he comes from a footballing background too.
Oh,
Family.
very much so. Very
Yeah, the
much
Russell.
so.
Yes,
Yes,
sir. Yeah,
yes.
yes. Mhm.
So the pedigree that he comes out of is large in the Bermuda community of football. Tonzi Russell, Dale Russell, his uncle's coaching, Paget. He's got so many people in his corner, that's helped mold him to the player he is. And I can't stop saying it enough that I hope that he gets the opportunity to show Bermuda what his worth on the international scene. I have one more clip from Reggie when he was talking about this. Well, obviously this being his last game, but he talks about
last game in Bermuda.
What I asked him about what he wanted people to know about his commitment to the national program. This is his response.
I don't have anything that I sort of expect. I just want the country to be proud of where we've made it in terms of this last stage of the World Cup. I know there's a lot of chatter. People expected us to do better against these nations, but I guess that is a good thing for us, that people see us doing better against these teams, and we also see ourselves doing better. But that's the challenge now. Is now we've got to push on to that next level. So I think I want people to think of me and know that I was always one who wanted to push us to that next level and let us ourselves know that we can do it, we can do better, and we can get to wherever we want to get. So yeah, that's basically what I want people to look back and be like, oh, this is what Reggie brought to the national team.
Yeah, just hearing him talk about, just small things and helping to drive the team. Punchy, when you were part of the national program, was that something that you guys talked about a lot? Just the unity of the team?
Oh yeah. It's you're good, really so. In my time, the national program, especially at the Somersets, who were dominating football, Norfolk also was included, and the PHCs, and then you had the guys from hotels, and so but the unity was always good. The unity was very hard. Nobody was like standoffish because I'm playing for this club.
Mhm.
I noticed that a lot. I was mostly impressed with the unity when I was at the national program. With the players come from different clubs, because at the time, Clyde Best weren't playing. Clyde Best was still overseas playing. He was overseas
Mhm.
playing. So there was a lot of homegrown players that were players, like Gumbo, Ralph Gumbo Green,
Yes.
um, Pinks, James Parsons. I can go
Mhm.
on to Deal, Ellsworth Lambert. I keep going on and on. Actually,
Mhm.
Cactus Smith was playing for that team most. And
Right.
then we had Joe Trott, and him that played for Hotels, his son and a half, that only the store. Um,
Miles, was it Miles?
I'm sorry,
Was it
my
Miles?
no, he owned the sporting goods store you put
Oh,
on the
Paul
staff.
Hayward. Paul Hayward. Paul
Yeah,
Hayward.
yeah. But
Yeah.
we saw all the players that played. Muscle Hunt from Somerset, George
Mhm.
Frankman. So it was a good. I always had my feeling amongst being amongst them as a young person. It was really always you felt really camaraderie there.
Yeah. Yeah. Griff, looking at it, especially the we have. Let me just go back to the starting lineup. So, from the local standpoint, we have uh, 1, 2, 3, 4 players who are playing domestic football starting tonight. What are you hoping that they actually can do to raise the level and help the guys who are playing overseas a little more, being that passion from playing in Bermuda?
That's a difficult question because I think when we started the whole campaign and we looked up where all the other players were playing for the other teams and we saw the different leagues that they were playing in, it's a little bit like asking David to take his slingshot in and hit Goliath. Because you're asking domestic players to go in and play against players that play in premier divisions in other countries. Like it's a lot to ask. So we admire the spirit for trying, and it's a big uphill battle. And we hope the crowd or just the being at home will spur more. But make no mistake about it, it's a big task.
Mm.
Like
Mhm.
you can't play in Bermuda every week and chase around your domestic players, and then you got to go chase that guy that used to play for Manchester United. It's a different level. Like you can't. It's not like anything you've seen before.
Mhm.
Mm. Mm.
Yeah.
Yeah. All right. So let's get to it. What do you predict tonight, Punchy?
Well, Carl, again, let's go back to what I've always said about the first 15 to 20 minutes. If we
Mm-hmm.
get the first 15 to 20 minutes and even in school first, then you're going to see maybe a different side of Curacao. Because I
Mm-hmm.
did see some weaknesses with them. I did
Yes.
see some weaknesses that we exploited.
Mm-hmm.
And two good girls, too, in Curacao. Our problem, again, goes back to how easy it looks in the first 10 or 15 minutes. We have to be a little bit more, I would use the terminology, aggressive, especially on the defender for the first 20 minutes, 15, 20 minutes. Set pieces, again, being Griffith always said it's up against the last game. Here we go again. For 7 minutes, a goal scored against from a set piece. So
Mm-hmm.
I think, again, starting well, getting what people are heard, the crowd that's here, getting them like behind you and trying to make sure that you stay compact, right? And you try for the first 15 minutes, no goals,
Right.
no goals, and don't concede at all. And then you can start really doing that up because I think, like I said earlier, they have some weaknesses, and so maybe we can exploit that. And it's just going to be again a game of our with the new Bermuda players coming in that play on the island, play for club teams. It's gonna be it's not gonna be easy, but this is gonna be a real test for them.
Yeah.
So I'm Earl. I wonder if y'all got contacts for like OBA PLP, FPL. Punchy did a lot of talking and didn't commit to anything in that, did he? He didn't make a prediction. A whole lot of talking. I still don't know what his score is going to be.
I think, Earl, I tell you, okay, Earl. Let me, you see how I say that. Yeah.
Punchy,
Everybody
don't
looking at
feel
me
like
like,
it
why
means
you
This
tell
man
me?
has cut out for politics. So I could be premiering tomorrow.
Earl,
I still don't know what he said.
if we score first, let me
Yes.
if we can manage to score first, right,
Yes.
I
Yes.
think we can beat this game 2-1.
Okay. All right. All right. Don't be forced by him to run for politics. See? Yeah.
Hey,
Ah,
hey, no way. He could probably last like 2 terms talking like that. He can answer anything.
yeah.
Hey,
I know you get around it.
We squeezed out like a parliamentary question. You got him to say 2-1.
I think
All
the
right.
long way around.
Yes. All right, Griff. You predict what the outcome will be tonight.
Hey, I gonna be like Punchy. I'm gonna give it to the people real. I might get voted out tomorrow, but to me, this doesn't look good. I'm happy with trying stuff in it, but like Curacao, I think is out for blood. So I'm going to 3 girls each half.
Oh,
I think
wow.
they'll get at least 6. I don't know what Bermuda we get. Hopefully we get 1 or 2, but I think they're coming out to try to score girls.
Yeah.
And
Okay.
what I thought in the beginning when we got her, I thought based on yesterday, it'll be real windy. But it wasn't that bad when we got her, but it's starting to pick up a little bit. And if they have quick players and the wind becomes a factor, it's gonna be worse for you to chasing shadows.
Yeah. I say I'm with Punchy. 2-1 Bermuda.
Woo-hoo-hoo. Hey, does this count for our
No.
picks, our weekly picks?
No.
Come on, guys. Come on.
He
Hey,
just threw
if
that
you-
one in.
Yeah. I think
Now-
about that result. Again, it's just time for us to, for the country itself,
Yeah.
to back the players and
Yes.
just give us a good showing tonight. And represent the country well.
Yes,
But
agreed.
like we were saying that again, we'll go back to my predictions about and why I predicted that, because again, I think that if they can just do that for 15 or 20 minutes, I think then it could change. Because we had some chances even the last game we played her
Mhm.
against Trinity.
Yes.
Yeah.
Okay. All right. Well, let's
Hey,
get you
what was
guys,
it? Ifs, no school girls. A lot of ifs in that.
you guys go get settled and get ready to start to watch
Yeah.
the start of the match. Folks, thank you for joining. We'll probably have some interviews after the match, but we will not have a post-game show. So look out for later on with comments from probably the coach and a few players after the match. So with that, we say good luck, Bermuda.
Take care. Come
Enjoy
on,
the
Bermuda.
match
What
tonight.
it out?
You just said 6-0. You have to
I know, but I still hope it's my country. You asked me what I thought, but what I wish we could win. But
Okay.
if I had to bet money,
Use
All right.
that.
Yeah.
hey, that's all my friends in Curacao.
Have a good night, gentlemen.
All right, take care.